Kamsi had just finished teaching primary 5 at the village school. Sweat soaked her NYSC shirt as she walked home with her books. Suddenly, she froze. On the narrow red road in front of her was the sacred python. Kamsi dropped her books. Oh my God, she turned and ran as fast as she could. Like a shadow chased her. Her slippers flew off. She burst into the copper's house, panting and shaking. In Umuagwa village, the python wasn't just an animal. It was a spirit, a messenger of the river goddess. The people believed the python brought blessings, protection, and fertility to the land. If you harmed it, you harmed the entire village. No one hurt the python. If a python was found dead, it was given a proper burial like a chief. Drums, dancing, crying, prayers. That was the way of Umuagwa. Whenever a woman gives birth in Umuagwa, it was custom to wait for a very special visitor, the python. At night, as the baby slept in its small crib, the sacred python would crawl into the hut and coil beside the newborn baby. But the villagers were never afraid. They believed that the python whispered blessings to the baby, that it was welcoming the child into the world as one of their own. One afternoon, a group of NYSC coppers were sent to Umuagwa village for their National Youth Service. Kamsi, Obiora, Chidinma, Emeka, and Halima. They stepped off the bus into Umuagwa village. Their hearts were curious. Villagers welcomed them. Some brought out kola nuts. They felt a chill whenever villagers spoke about Agwa Idemili, the sacred python. Kamsi rolled her eyes. Python? What are these people talking about? Please give me a break. How can they say a python is a spirit that will guide us? She muttered. Obiora nudged her. Let's respect their culture, Kamsi. They moved into a small mud and zinc house near the village square. Inside, eavesdropping goats and sleeping bats made the place feel alive. One afternoon, Nneka, the village priestess, invited them to the river at dusk. She told them how newborn babies were watched over by the python spirits, welcomed into life, protected by scales and water. Obiora listened and fascinated. Kamsi shrugged. These are folktale stories. How can a python protect a newborn baby? And over dinner, Kamsi snorted with frustration. I've seen snakes in the city markets. One scared me nearly to death. Now you tell me they protect a baby? That's a big lie. Nneka, overhearing through the open door, quietly slipped away. The wind whispered. At that moment, Kamsi felt even more out of place. That night, as they were all asleep, Nneka knelt to pray at her shrine. She whispered to Idemili, protect them, teach them before fear breaks them. The 5 NYSC coppers began to adjust to their new life. But Kamsi still didn't feel comfortable. Why is this place so behind? She asked. No electricity, no network, and now they are talking about a spirit python? Obiora will always say to her, relax, Kamsi. It's part of their culture and we can't change it. We can only respect it. But Kamsi didn't believe in such things. Nneka had a strange dream. She saw a big python. Its eyes were full of tears. Blood ran from its mouth. Then the land cracked. The river dried. The sun grew hot. A voice said, someone with a hard heart will spill my blood. Warn them before it is too late. Nneka woke up with fear in her heart. Very early the next morning, Nneka went to the Igwe's palace. She knelt before him. Igwe, Idemili the python has spoken. One of the strangers may harm our spirit python. We must warn them. The Igwe called for a meeting. He sent words to the copper's house. The 5 coppers sat quietly as the Igwe spoke. Our python is not like others. It is not to be feared. It is to be respected. We ask only one thing. Please do not harm it when you see it. Obiora nodded quickly. Yes, sir, we understand. But Kamsi folded her arms. All of this for a snake? I'm not afraid of it. That night, as they were eating gari and okra soup, a small girl ran past the house. She was shouting, Mama said the python came near the mango tree today. The other coppers looked at one another. Kamsi rolled her eyes. Let that snake come near me, she said. I swear I will kill it. The compound fell silent. Obiora looked at her with worry. Something had started, and nobody knew how it would end. It was a hot afternoon in Umuagwo. The air was thick and still. Even the chickens were hiding under shade. Kamsi had just finished teaching primary 5 at the village school. Sweat soaked her NYSC shirt as she walked home with her books. She walked alone, whistling softly, swinging her hands. Suddenly, she froze. On the narrow red road in front of her was the sacred python. It was big, long, shiny and brown, as thick as her thigh. Its body moved slowly and smoothly like water. Its tongue flicked in and out. Kamsi dropped her books. Oh my God, she turned and ran as fast as she could. Like a shadow chased her. Her slippers flew off. People nearby heard her screaming, Snake! Big snake! It's coming for me! She burst into the copper's house, panting and shaking. The others rushed to her side. Kamsi, what happened? Asked Chidinma. It's that stupid python, Kamsi cried. It was just lying there like a monster. Emeka burst out laughing. Ah, so you met Agwa Idemili, he joked. It's not funny, Emeka, she snapped. That thing could have beaten me. Obiora spoke softly. It's not an ordinary snake, Kamsi. You know that already. Nobody touches it. It won't harm you. Halima nodded. Please, let's be careful. But Kamsi stood up angrily. I don't care what anyone says. A snake is a snake. Next time I see it, I will kill it. The room fell silent. Outside, the wind began to blow. A dry leaf flew in through the open window. Neka, the priestess, was walking past the compound. She stopped. She looked towards the copper's house. Her eyes narrowed. She shook her head slowly and whispered, The heart that refuses to listen may one day break the land. She walked away. Inside, Kamsi sat on her bed, still breathing heavily. She didn't notice the small boy peeking from behind the door. He had seen her fear, and he had seen something else in the python's eyes. The snake wasn't angry. He later told his mother, it was sad. That night, as the crickets sang and the village settled down, the python moved quietly through the bushes. It didn't attack anyone. It didn't make a sound. It only stopped for a moment under the mango tree right outside the copper's house. Then it disappeared into the darkness. The land was still, but something was coming, something that no one could stop. The village was very quiet. Most people were asleep, but inside the small hut of Nneka, the old priestess, the air was heavy. She was tossing and turning in her sleep. Suddenly, she sat up. In her dream, she saw the sacred python again. This time, the python's eyes were wide and sad. Blood ran slowly from its mouth onto the dry ground. The river was gone. The plants were blown and dry. The sky was red and hot. The python spoke with a voice like the wind. If my blood is spilled, the land will suffer. The water will dry. The children will cry. Warn them before it is too late. Nneka woke up, her heart pounding. Early in the morning, she went straight to the Igwe's palace again. She told the chief everything. The Igwe's face was serious. He called the village elders for a meeting. They agreed to send messengers to warn the coppers again. The messengers found the 5 coppers at their house. The Igwe's words were clear. You must not harm the python, oh. It is the guardian of our village and our children. If it is hot, great trouble will come. Obiora bowed his head. We understand you. Chidima looked scared. Halima whispered, we must be careful. But Kamsi said nothing. Later, she told Emeka quietly, I don't believe in all this spirit talk. I'm not afraid. In the market, the women whispered, the priestess had the dream again, oh. The python is crying. We must all pray and protect the sacred spirits. The village was tense but calm. That night, outside the copper's house, a soft sound came. A long shadow moved slowly by the mango tree. It was the python. It paused as if watching. Then it disappeared into the dark forest. Kamsi looked out her window but saw nothing. She sighed and turned away, but the village was watching. At the copper's house, Kamsi woke up tired and angry. She still did not believe in the sacred python of the priestess's dream. She still did not believe in that at all. This is foolishness, she said, pulling on her shoes. She told Obiora, this place is full of superstition. I don't want to stay here long. Obiora shook his head. We must respect their ways. The python means a lot to them, but Kamsi only laughed. One evening, Kamsi went to fetch water at the borehole. As the sun set, the sky turned orange. Birds chirped. Women laughed as they balanced buckets on their head. But suddenly, they fell silent. There by the mango tree was the sacred python. Children ran to their mothers. Some elders knelt and prayed. Kamsi's eyes narrowed. She remembered her fear. She felt angry. She looked around. Nobody was doing anything. This nonsense must end today, she hissed. She picked up a heavy stick. Obiora, who had followed her, shouted, Kamsi, no, don't do that. But she swung the stick. Thwack! Thwack! The snake hissed and coiled. Thwack! Kamsi kept hitting on the snake. Blood spotted onto the dusty ground. Silence! The python lay still. A little boy who saw everything ran screaming, Agua Udo! Agua Udo! They have killed the sacred python. Drums beat. Women wailed. Within minutes, the entire village gathered. Old men carried the dead python carefully onto a mat. The Igwe arrived in full regalia. He looked at Kamsi with pain in his eyes. Why? He asked. She swallowed hard. It was dangerous. I had to kill it. Nneka, the priestess, fell to the ground crying. You have killed our peace. You have killed our child. You have spilled the blood that is not meant to spill. That night, the elders met. The entire village gathered in silence, lamp glowing. Nneka spoke. The python visited my dreams. It warned me. Now its blood cries for justice. Obiora tried to speak for Kamsi. She didn't understand. Please forgive her. The Igwe sighed. In our father's time, these crimes meant death or exile. But we are merciful. He turned to Kamsi. You will perform the burial rites. You will marry the python in spirit. Only then will Idemili forgive us. Kamsi screamed, Marry a snake? Are you mad? I can't marry a snake. Emeka held her back. Please don't insult them more. For 7 days, Kamsi was kept in the priestess's compound. She wore white, ate only plain food. She cried every day. Villagers prepared the burial. Women wove a coffin from palm fruits. Hunters played drums of mourning. Children sang songs. Halima visited her. Kamsi, I warned you. I know it's hard, but do it for your peace of mind. On the 7th day, the entire village gathered by the sacred river. Drummers played slow and sad rhythms. The python's body, decorated with beads and feathers, lay in a coffin. The Igwe spoke. This is not an animal. This is Idemili. It is our brother, our sister, our child. May Idemili, the river goddess, accept it. Nneka turned to Kamsi. You will now speak. Kamsi's eyes were swollen from crying. She stepped forward. I am sorry. I didn't know. I was foolish. I didn't mean to kill the python. I mocked your ways. I didn't listen. Please forgive me. She placed kola nuts on the coffin, poured libations of palm wine. She touched the python's head gently. I will be your wife in spirit. I will honor you forever, dear python. I am sorry for killing you. If only I had listened. Finally, they carried the coffin to the river. Children threw flowers into the water. Women ululated. As the python was lowered in, a gentle rain began to fall. Though the sun still shone, look, someone shouted. A rainbow spread over the river. Nneka smiled. Idemili, our river goddess, has forgiven us. And the drums rose in joy. After the rites, the villagers accepted Kamsi back. She stayed to finish her service year, but she changed. She taught the children respect, kindness, listening. She helped rebuild the village school with Obiora. She sat with Nneka to learn the old stories. And after their service year, the 5 youth coppers left Umuagwo and went back to the city. But Kamsi learned her lesson in the hard way. And that is how the story ended. Now, the moral of this story is this. Respect other people's tradition. What you think is foolish may be sacred to them. Listen, learn. Don't let pride lead you to hurt others. Even a snake, when it is sacred, is family. Always respect other people's belief. Sometimes things we don't understand are very important to others. Listening and learning can bring peace and friendship. Pride and disrespect can cause problems, but humility and respect can heal. Even when we doubt, it's brave to say, I want to understand. Remember, every culture has stories and spirits that protect their people, and by respecting them, we respect each other. And that is how the story ended. Thank you so much for listening to my story. My name is Onyi of Onyi Stories and Folktales. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, so when I post more interesting stories like this, you'll be the first to get them. And if you're a returning subscriber, hey, thank you so much for always coming back to my channel. I sincerely appreciate you. I do not take your support for granted. And trust me when I say I have loads and loads of interesting stories on my channel that you would love to listen to. So take a popcorn, relax, and enjoy all my stories. All my stories are not just entertaining or interesting, but they are filled with life lessons. Until I see you again in my next video, take care of yourself and bye.